Hi book friends, I'm Erin and this is Erin Go Read. It's Tag Tuesday, so I thought I would do a tag. I saw the In or Out tag by Sandy at Miss Reads a Lot, and it originated with Rick McDonnell. I will link both of their videos down below. And this is just kind of like a question and answer. Quick one, I think it's 20 questions. It's 26 questions, and so I'm just going to run right through them. Nice thing about this tag too is you don't have to get a bunch of books and make a big mess that you then have to go put away. So it's just kind of a talk it through kind of bookish things tag. Number 1 is reading the last page first. Why? Why would you do that? Apparently that's a thing. I've heard of other people doing that. I can't understand it. Absolutely no. Number 2 is enemies to lovers. I don't read a whole lot of romance. If you've been watching, I've dipped my toe recently into the realm of romance, and yeah, I think it's something that I enjoy. Maybe it's something that can be overdone. I know that's a really common trope, but so far I'm here for it. Number 3 is a dream sequence. I actually can't think of a book that has a dream sequence. I hate it in real life when people tell me about their dreams. My mom is like really known for this, for just like, I had this dream and blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Nobody cares. I can't think of it happening in a book though. So I don't know. If you can think of like any popular books or favorite books with a dream sequence in it, put it in the comments and maybe it'll jog my memory. Number 4 is love triangles. And again, I haven't read that much romance, but I think it's something that can work. Yeah, it's not something I don't like. So I will say that yes, I'm good for love triangles. I just realized I'm supposed to be saying in or out. Reading the last page first, out. Enemies to lovers, in. Dream sequences, indifferent. Love triangles, I suppose I'm in. Okay, number 5, cracked spines. I'm out on that one. See, here's my thing. I like for books to be in really good condition or really terrible condition. What I hate is when you have a book that's in otherwise perfect condition and then there's just like the one like bend in it or the one crack in the spine. Like it needs to be either or. I had my copy of my copy of The Road. I would get it, but I just got my nails done and I'm trying not to touch anything. My copy of The Road started off pristine and then it like I had it in a bag or something and the cover got flipped over or whatever in the bag and like creased. And then I just like, it was too, that little bit was too much. And so it needed to be all or nothing. And so it is like, so my copy of The Road is probably my book that's in the worst condition that I've owned it like since it was new. Can't figure out how to say that in a way that made more sense, but hopefully you got what I was saying. Number 6 is Back to My Small Town. I am in for that. I'm thinking of, I think it's Darker Places by Gillian Flynn. I'm gonna sneeze. Yeah, it was in Book Lovers as well. Yeah, I'm here for that. I am in. Number 7, Monsters Are Real People. I'm not, so I think I'm in on this if I'm understanding this correctly. I think this is talking about like, is Frankenstein the monster? Like is Frankenstein's monster the monster or is Frankenstein the monster? Like the person being the monster. I think that's what we're going for that. So I am in for that. Number 8, no paragraph breaks. I am out on that. I don't even like a long paragraph. The shorter, the better. When I'm writing my memoir, that's something that I think about is if it's looking like too long of a paragraph, I want to break it up because I want you to have that kind of feeling of accomplishment to make you keep reading because that's what I enjoy as a reader. Number 9, Multi-Generational Sagas in. That reminds me, I really need to get to Pachinko. Pachinko is like that book that I've had for years, and it's like one day I'll get to that. Somebody give me a reason. You want to buddy read Pachinko? Anybody? Let me know. I've never done a buddy read before. I need to read Pachinko, so if that's you, let me know. We'll hook it up. Number 10, rereading. I'm in. I just don't do it very often. Definitely the book that I've reread the most is Harry Potter, or the series that I've reread the most is Harry Potter. Like lost count of how many times I've read it and listened to the audiobooks. I've been thinking about a Lord of the Rings reread has been the one that's kind of been top of mind recently. Anne of Green Gables is another one that's probably up there as far as how many times I've reread it. I'm reading End of Avonlea right now, which I've never read before. But anyway, so I'm here for rereads, just not here enough. Drop caps. So number 12 is drop caps. Yeah, I like that. It makes it feel like it makes me feel fancy, I suppose. 14, plot points that only converge at the end. Not if everything waits to be like everything coming together at the end. I like for things to be tied together, like more like woven in as we go. So things are like, I like to think of like a puzzle. The way I really like it when a plot comes together. Like if you imagine a puzzle and there's like the frame around the puzzle, and then you have like a bit over here, but maybe you have like a missing piece and a bit over here, and then like things start to fall into place as the story goes. I really like that. I can't think of a good example off the top of my head, but that's like always the image that I have when a book is doing that. Number 15, a detailed magic system. I don't think I've read enough high fantasy that really has detailed magic systems to really say. I think the idea of detailed magic systems is intimidating to me, and so I don't have very much experience with it. The one I think that the series that I would like to get into the most that has a detailed magic system, but I'm intimidated to get into it, is the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson. I own several of the beautiful UK copies with like the white spine, like the white covers and spines, and they look gorgeous on the shelf, but I've been just too intimidated, I think, because of the magic system. And so it's not that I have a poor experience with it. I think I just have none to limited experience with it. So I'm going to say out for now. Number 16, classical fantasy races. I'm here for that. Tolkien fan, absolutely. Give me some orcs, give me some dwarves, give me some hobbits. I'm here. I'm in. 17, unreliable narrators. In, particularly if you know or you come, I like coming to discover through the process that the narrator is unreliable. Where you start to get hints like, I don't know if I can trust you. So I like that. Oh, there's a fly. Number 18, evil protagonists. As long as they're not pure evil, and I can't think of like a good example, I guess, you know what, I'm going to say out, because I much prefer a more grayer character, like, more layers and nuance to someone. So I'm going to go with out on like strictly evil protagonists. Number 21, really long chapters. Who is in on that? Not me. Again, I want a short chapter. If it's over 10 pages, it stresses me out, which most are probably over 10 pages, but like I like that feeling of accomplishment, and it makes me, I end up reading more when there are shorter chapters, more in a sitting when there are shorter chapters because of that. The dogs are just being so loud. I tend to end up reading more in one sitting when there are shorter chapters because I just feel that like encouragement to keep going rather than feeling like, I'm stuck in the middle of this like 35-page chapter. Number 22, French flaps. Love a French flaps. I'm in for that. It's when there's you have the flaps on the inside cover of a paperback book. I hope that my own memoir, maybe, if I have a choice, if I have any say in it, I hope that my memoir maybe will have French flaps. We'll see. Number 23, Deckled Edges. I would say I'm ambivalent because I feel two ways about it. So it's like it does or it doesn't. I don't really care. I don't have a strong opinion. I love the way it looks, but it can be annoying when you're actually reading it, when you go to flip the page and it's one of the like shorter, you get the short straw and then it's hard to actually flip the page. So I see both ways. I think they look cool. So, French flaps and deckled edges, like that's a nice combination. It just can be annoying when you're turning the page. 24, signed copies by the author. I used to care about this. I think it's really nice to give as a gift. Like if you went to an event and you actually get it signed, like personally signed to the person, or if you have maybe like an independent bookstore that does book events and you buy a signed copy for somebody, that's really nice. I used to do that at this bookstore called Book Passage in the Bay Area. I have specifically driven, an hour and a half, 2 hours to go to Book Passage, to go book shopping for people because I know that I can get signed copies. For myself, I don't really care. My brother-in-law got me a Golden Age, whatever the first of the second trilogy of the Red Rising books. Golden Age? Golden Sun? Whatever it is. It's a gold book. He got that one, a signed copy of that for me, and I really appreciated that. So I don't really care, so I'm going to say out. Number 25, dog earring pages. Now, I'm not a barbarian. I use a bookmark. However, I will dog ear pages to make notes. And sometimes if I'm really into a book, I will dog ear the page, and then on the little flappy part, I'll write like a couple words to let me know like this was the note on this page, like this is why I'm flagging this. So I will use I will use dog ears more like people use tabs on books, but I won't dog ear it to mark my spot in my place in the book. That's what a bookmark is for. And number 26, chapter titles instead of numbers. I don't really care. I could see I'm ambivalent. I don't have a feeling one way or the other. I guess I could see how for some people maybe you want to see the numbers going up again to feel that feeling of accomplishment. Like I'm 30 chapters into this book or something, but it doesn't matter to me. As long as the chapters are short, it doesn't matter to me. So this was a really fun tag. I'm glad I saw that Sandy did it and I actually had time to do it, and I'll have time to upload and I'll have time to edit it and upload it today on Tuesday. I should tag some people. I'm going to tag Heather at A Soggy Expat Book Nerd, Heather at Reading with a Vengeance, and Krista at Books and Jams. If you have any particular strong feelings about any of these, make sure you let me know in the comments. We can have a discussion about it. Thank you for watching. See you on the tubes.